Thank you. Hello, everyone. Very excited to be here with all of you today. We're going to show some stuff from Pixar and how we do things. My name is Christian Norelius. I've been at the studio for about 20 years now, and this is a collection of movies that me and Amy have been involved with.
Mm-hmm. And I'm Amy Ellen. I am a set supervisor at Pixar. I started on Toy Story 3, so I've been there about 17 years now. Before that, I worked for architect Frank Gehry's technology firm. Those of you at MIT are familiar with his work with the Data Center. The sets department at Pixar is responsible for creating the worlds in 3D that we see in our films. And like Christian said, we're very excited to be here. Yeah. So hope you enjoy.
So here are a couple of examples of cities that we've helped to create in our time at Pixar, like New York, Toronto, and London.
And other cities are inspired by regions in the world, like Guanajuato, Mexico, and Cinque Terre, Italy. Some are a little more abstract, maybe unexpected, like the long-term memory in Inside Out.
So designing these city environments, first of all, story is king. That's how we design, and also we think about the characters. Who are the entities that are living in the cities with their limitations, and that will inform us of some basic rules. For example, cars, they can't use stairs or doorknobs, and toys are very small. So I like to present a question, and a question that Amy and I asked ourselves for a later part of this discussion. Is that if you guys were a character in your own envisioned city, or what would that look like? But we'll come back to that later. Mm-hmm. Okay, so right now I just wanted to guide you through a little bit the process and how we go from a blank slate to a fully rendered scene like this, for example, in Toy Story 3. You see the characters walk in the caterpillar. It's a daycare caterpillar room. So we start off with a big room with many people. Now we look at the scene. The movie is divided into 3 acts, and each act is divided into many sequences, and those sequences are even divided into screen takes, like this, for example, that we see. So we are bidding, and we're shooting all these questions around and making sure that some things are hard to do, and some things are we want to do, but it's difficult, so we have to kind of have all of that in mind. And then it starts with the process. We look at the storyboard, and that's kind of where we establish where we are and what's the surrounding like. So we in art, we then take that storyboard and develop a space for the characters. So in this case, it's a daycare. And we do something called a model packet, roughly, do some basic scale checks, and and then we deliver this to Amy and her team, and her 3D team.
Yep. And this is an early exploration of translating that art and story into 3D. It's a test. It's an early test to see if things are working for the character scales, for camera composition that could happen, and for those story needs. Yeah. And we take all of this and we explore that in our department and other departments, and then we hand it back to Christian's department in art, leaving it pretty basic at this stage.
Yeah. Yeah, so then after that, we can zoom in a little bit into the space and solve a bunch of problems. Essentially, that's what we do at Pixar. We just solve problems. And this is an example of Woody has to crawl, from the bottom up into the ceiling. Then we also do just color maps. This is just for everyone to be on the same page. We want to assign color and texture to the scene. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we take all of that information from art and we really start building the environment. This is pretty rough at this moment, but we keep iterating within our department and then collaborating again with art just to keep making it better and better. After that, we hand it to our camera and staging department. They find those camera compositions that we'll start working towards, and they also block out the major action of the characters. Once the shots are created that Christian described, that goes to our animation department. The animators bring the characters to life, and then there's a crowds department that populates the world. We also have a simulation and effects department that do things that might be a little harder to do by hand, even though sometimes we still do, which could be like the cloth moving or rain falling, those types of visuals.
Then we take it from there in art. We do a final paint over, and now we establish the basic mood, the final touches on the scene basically, and then we deliver that to the lighting department, which takes this and through technology try to match the painting as close as possible, or even exceeding the painting that we can see in this case. And this is a city environment for toys. You can see, you know, the streets printed on the carpet, and the buildings with windows on the side. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is an example from Toy Story 4. This is dressing. It looks like we're just throwing gazillion props into the scene, but sure, I want to make sure this is handcrafted. Every single thing is hand placed for a reason and is supporting the story. Mm-hmm.
And when you look at this area in a top-down map, you start to see that organization that we're talking about.